Synchronous operation. If there are multiple vessels, it will have a synchronous operation function. Taking this device as an example, it has 8 units. Each one can be controlled individually. Multiple vessels can also be operated simultaneously. It is divided into the following sections: data comparison curve, data comparison report, starting fermentation simultaneously, synchronous control setting, synchronous parameters setting, synchronous pH and DO calibration. For curve, it includes temperature, pH, speed, and dew, which are 4 critical process parameters. When I hover the mouse, the parameters will be displayed in a yellow table. I can also close it. And I can set time range, or drag the small slider to adjust it. I can choose which items to display or hide. Below are the move buttons and the time range setting. It also has a screenshot function. I need to insert a USB drive to use it. For O's, it lists 4 critical process parameters from all vessels in one table. I can set time range. Fermentation timing synchronously. I can select the devices for synchronous fermentation. Then enter a batch name. If it is necessary, enter description. Click Prepare for fermentation. The selected vessels have all created a new batch simultaneously. Their batch names are all the same. After they are ready and inoculated, I can start the fermentation timing. Now, vessel 5, 6, 7, and 8 are in the fermentation process. Vessel 1 to 4 are not in fermentation. There's no batch name or fermentation time displayed. But vessel 5 to 8 are in fermentation, and their time is synchronized. If I want to end the batch, I cannot do it synchronously, and The button is non-clickable because they are currently fermenting. I should perform initialization before starting next fermentation batch. Before inhalation, I need to terminate the batches according to their respective fermentation conditions. For example, when fermentation is completed in vessel 8, I can end it. Note that the batches need to be ended individually and cannot be ended synchronously, because each batch may have slightly different fermentation durations. I perform an initialization first. Now I can click it and proceed with the next synchronous batch. Synchronous parameters setting. On the left is the setting for synchronization. On the right, 1 through 8 are the current set values. After I finish setting on the left, click Synchronize. They will be transferred. For example, I set the temperature to 20. Click. Then all values of vessel 1 will sync with it. I can synchronize them all like this. After parameter settings are complete, we can then control them by synchronous control setting. For instance, to enable pH control for all 8 fermenters simultaneously, I can change manual mode to auto. Click Synchronize. pH control for all 8 fermenters will switch to automatic mode. Another example for do. Besides control, we can also set up the recipe, allowing all to use the same one. FISH and DO electrodes can be calibrated synchronously. This feature can save significant time on electrode calibration, avoiding calibrating one by one. For example, I can place all of them into the same calibration solution and perform synchronized calibration. It shows the electrode number. Generally, it's not recommended to modify. To avoid confusion, check the electrodes that need synchronized calibration. Here displays the PV value, as well as internal zero and slope values. How to calibrate? First, similarly, calibrate the 0 point. Use a neutral standard solution for calibration, such as 6.86 or 7.00. Enter the value of the calibration solution you're using here. Click Start to begin calibration. When all internal zero values have stabilized, click End. Thus, 0-point calibration is completed. Then, proceed with slope calibration. Similarly, enter the standard calibration solution value. Click Start. When they are stable, click End. So calibration for all electrodes is complete. If it is over the acceptable range, alarm will be triggered. For example, the internal 0 point is too high, so an alarm appears. Go into each fermenter screen. It indicates an out-of-range condition. Click Reset. For vessel 2, do the same step. Thus, the alarm is cleared. Synchronous do calibration is similar to the pH. Perform the 0-point calibration before sterilization. After sterilization, when the environment inside the vessel is stable, proceed with calibrating the slope.